Good morning, DS for HS. Let's get into it. So today what we're going to be doing is exploring the vocabulary of Python keywords. Now, as we've talked about, Python and its data science libraries have three things, and it can be viewed as a language. So just like any language, it has these three things, which are vocabulary, grammar, and syntax. Now, today we're going to expand our Python vocabulary by reviewing the entire set of Python keywords. Now, this is surprising, but it's very, very good to hear because there's only a limited set of about 33 Python keywords. With only 33 keywords, we can understand the entire vocabulary, and we can not just understand it, but master it. Now, let's make this theory come alive with hands-on learning. Now, we have Python reserved keywords. That's what we're going to be looking at first. Now, Python has a set of built-in keywords that help you obtain online help. So let's look at it. So it's help, it's the help function. Now enter this command. Notice keywords we have such as for to loop through a list and import to import modules. Help, here's a function. Now here's help for the for keyword, or help import. Here's the help for the import keyword. But now we're doing help for the keywords keyword. Boom, help, and it says here's a list of all the Python keywords. Enter any keyword to get more help. Now look, there's 35. These are all the keywords. Isn't that so encouraging? I think this is so encouraging because it's like, oh my god, I only have to learn 35 keywords. That's it. Unlike any other language, you have to learn thousands of words, but here it's only 35 keywords. That's it, just 35. And that shows us that Python isn't that intimidating. There's only 35 keywords, so it's easy to master. At first, it's hard to understand the definitions of these words or know the meaning, know the syntax, but there's only 35 of them, and anyone can learn 35 of them. Now, let's check out help for the for keyword, FOR. Now here, let me comment this out first. Boom. Now here it says the for statement, and it gives us a brief description of what the for statement is. So it says the for statement is used to iterate over the elements of a sequence, such as a string, tuple, or list, or other iterable objects. And it gives us this whole description right here, and it's a really, really great tool. Now, and here it even gives us examples. It's really, really great. Now here the help, what the help function does, it says help for the keyword for, and it gives us a description of the for statement, and that's very, very helpful. And then same thing here with the import keyword. Let's comment that out, boom, and it gives us a description of the import keyword, and it's very, very helpful. Wow, that is one long description. Now, here's the import keyword. So what we're going to do is let's import it and see what we can learn from it. Boom, we imported it. So it's imported. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to put our cursor after the letter K and press Tab key to get KW list. This pop-up window feature will be discussed next. So here, what we're going to do is we're going to uncomment this out. And it already has it for us, but we're going to delete it. So all we have is .k, okay, tab it out, and then it says keyword, and it gives us right here, it's a statement, boom, and we're going to do shift enter, and it gives us all the keywords, a list of all the keywords, and that's really, really great. Now we're going to do type. It's going to show us what type it is, and it's a list, because it gives us a list of all the keywords. Now we're going to do print keyword.list, and see, now look at the difference. For this one, keyword.kw list, it gave us a list of all the keywords, but it was very long and it's very space consuming. It took up too much space. Now with the print function, it's going to make it a lot cleaner and a lot more condensed. Boom, and that's exactly what it does. Now let's go to the next cell. It is remarkable. It is truly, truly remarkable that the entire Python vocabulary is only 34 words. And like I said, it's encouraging because it encourages people to not be intimidated by Python, since it's only 35 words. You only have to master 35 words. But one thing you need to do is you always have to think precisely. Now, notice 3 words are capitalized. Now what we're going to do is uncomment the following line to see how the keywords are all dark green and the 2 built-in function list and type are light green. So here, keyword, dark green, keyword, dark green, keyword, dark green, and then function, light green. Keyword dark green, keyword dark green, keyword dark green, function light green. And here you can find the keywords in this list up here. Is, for, from, where's from, with, so you can find the keywords in this list. But keywords are in dark green and functions are in light green. That's a cool thing that IPython and Jupyter Notebooks does for you, is it gives us like a color visualization of what, and it color coordinates it with the type. So keywords are dark green, functions are light green, strings are red, methods are blue. See up here we have method is blue. And it's a really good color coordination scheme. So boom, comment this so it doesn't give us an error. Now, Python, IPython, and Jupyter Notebooks online help. Now, what we have here, what we have seen is that IPython help what we have seen is that the IPython help using the question mark key. So we do question mark at the beginning of a function. So question mark print. And let's look at what this does again. So let's do it right here. Question mark print. Boom. And it gives us a little description of print. Hold on, let me. Ready? Question mark print, and it gives us a description of print. Right here it tells us the type, gives us all these details about print. Now let's look at this briefly again. Here's online help on print. Now, question mark print does not seem to work with a comment on the same line. See what we did? We did it with a comment on the same line, and it didn't work. So that's why I had to move it to the line below, and then it works. Now, Jupyter Notebooks, like we said, is with IPython under the hood. So Jupyter Notebooks is this nice, pretty interface with the text and everything, the colors, really nice and pretty, easy to use, but underneath the hood, what's pulling all the strings, what executes the code is IPython. And yeah, so and that provides a very nice pop-up feature for online help and references. So these online help, you wouldn't just get it in a Jupyter Notebook, but you'd also get it in IPython. Now, to demonstrate this feature, type only the letter I on the next line and press tab. Select the import, then type data sc and tab. So let's do that right now. So what we're going to do is type only the letter I, so letter I, and then tab it out, and it gives us everything that starts with I. And it wants us to select import, so import. So that's a keyword because it's in dark green. And then we're going to import something called data sc. Tab it out. Tab, let's see. There we go. And so we're going to import some data science. We're going to import the data science module. And we only had to type in data sc because it said IPython was like, what starts with the data sc? Tabbed it out, and there's only one thing that started with data sc, and that was data science. Boom, and now we've imported data science. So yeah. And right here, this is just another description of print. Let me comment print out. Boom, but we imported data science. So the tab function really, really helps. The tab gives us a nice pop-up window of everything starting with that letter. So with I, everything starting with I, functions, statements, methods, whatever. And then we get to select what we want. So it completes the line. So instead of typing out everything, you can get choice. So here, like I said, I for import, tabbed it out, and it gave us all these options. So I didn't have to type the whole thing. Same thing with data sc, tabbed it out, gave me data science, so I didn't have to type the whole thing. So the tab key is really, really important, and it's a really useful IPython tool. Now, what we learned in this lesson was expanding our understanding and how to use this Python language that possess three things, like we talked about: vocabulary, grammar, and syntax. Now, during this lesson, we focused only on the 35 Python keywords. It says 33, it should say 35. We also examined the powerful built-in help functions of Jupyter Lab. The pop-up Jupyter Notebook help facility using the tab key, so the one where it gives us help, where you just type in the letter I or the letter A, and then we hit tab, and then it gives us everything that starts with A, everything that starts with I. That's very helpful, so we don't have to type in the whole command. And then another thing was the color coordinating, so or the color coding of Python. So dark green we know is keywords, light green is functions, blue is methods, red is strings. So Jupyter Notebooks does a good job of color coding, color coordinating to a specific type, to a specific Python keyword function method, and it really makes it easier for us. So that's all I got for you guys today. Thank you so much.